Let's analyze Phunware.
Let's see what's going on. Remember to read the disclaimer right here, also in the description below. Welcome to Trading HD, amazing stocks to analyze always. Very interesting the last movements out on this stock. The hype is incredible, also the volatility. Right now, today, minus 5%. Maybe it closes in a different way because the volatility is huge as we already mentioned. Let's see in the 1 hour chart more details.
Yeah, remember to subscribe, guys. And we have a lot of things to tell you about this one, because look at the first moment that we have right here, this incredible uptrend. And look at this one, the second try, the resistance level 0.48. And this one is just completely unexpected. A third try, they are trying it again, the resistance level. We are not there yet, but look at the uptrend that we have right here. This is very nuts.
Yeah, very interesting to notice that this support level has been holding, and then we have that resistance area right there with a double top, kind of double top we could say, and maybe they try a third time. What do you think, guys? Let us know in the comments. Do you think this level will be reached again and broken out, or do you think the price will bounce from there to the lower side, or will it continue going lower from here? Very interesting to know your predictions as usual, and right now it's very interesting to talk about this type of stocks because you don't have like uh, any clue about what's going to happen because everything is possible and it will depend on what the investors decide to do with this hype.
Yeah, but we can tell this is like a very speculative investment. We all know that, it's a company that is in losses, and so obviously you are expecting that they are going to enter into benefits anytime soon. This could explain what's happening. Otherwise, this could like go nuts in any direction. Look at that. We have a huge triangle, ascending triangle right here. You take into consideration the resistance level, and this is gonna it's gonna make boom. It's like it's gonna boom somewhere. If we have, for instance, like a breakout on the downside and the price starts to go down sharply, it's gonna be insane. But it could, if we make that breakout right here above 0.48, it could happen another crazy run. So everything is possible right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of interest is around this stock right now. So let's see with more detail in the 5 minute chart, for example. I would like to talk about the price action during these last weeks. We have this first uptrend right here. Let me draw a vertical line so you can find it easily. And you can clearly see that after this movement, this gap to the upside, the price continued to skyrocket, very vertical. It is like it didn't correct a little bit. We had this movement to the downside, obviously with the volatility. I think it will be like, yeah, minus 32%. So it had that correction. Sorry, I thought it was less because, this is very vertical. But at the end of the day, this was a movement with the candles of 255% to the upside.
Wow.
So it was completely nuts. And what can you see about with the price action in the 5 minute chart around this green circle, Alvaro, around this resistance area?
Yeah, obviously. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you take into consideration this correction. We're talking about minus 67%. But then it happened. The second run is incredible, surprising. Because another 200% run, and then we have this correction, which is normal. In this case, after two long runs, having a
Mhm.
correction again as heavy as we are watching right now, of minus 46%. But I think the most surprising fact is the last one. Normally we analyze a lot of stocks like similar to this one, and when you see the second try, this is when things start to go down, and and they don't recover. The prices start to go down from the beginning. For instance, in this case, we're talking about 0.08, but in this case,
Yeah,
look at the
exactly.
third one. I mean, this is when things are completely nuts, as we said before.
Yeah, exactly. This is a very interesting price to analyze. That's why I want to go to the 5 minute chart. And for instance, let's see this vertical line right here, the gap to the downside that you already mentioned, minus 60%, yeah, more or
Mhm.
less. And that's something that we want to mention because if you see this technical analysis right here, you had this kind of support level, but the price broke out of it with this gap. So if you were trading and you didn't manage your risk right there, that was a very dangerous situation. That's why we always recommend to use brokers that offer extended trading hours or
Definitely.
to manage risk in a way that you have that into account, because that's a possibility that with this type of volatile stocks can happen. And then we had this type of double bottom right here. Let me draw it very fast. And then we had the breakout to the upside. But you see, gaps to the upside are not as dangerous as long as you are not selling short. But obviously, the gaps to the downside are a very dangerous topic that we like to talk about because sometimes people forget about them.
Yeah, what I can tell you guys is like when you have this ascending triangle and you may think, okay, this stock is going to the moon, you know. Remember that there are a lot of investors involved, a lot of traders, and when they see something like, for instance, let's draw with the Brazilian scenario. Imagine that it goes right like this, and we have a retest, and then it goes down. You don't want to suffer all this, you know. That's why we say always risk management. And when we talk about risk management, we are talking about a stop loss in this case with extended hours. If you don't have extended hours, you can find something like this, you know, like incredible gap, and you cannot do anything. Even with extended hours, it can happen, but at least with extended hours, you are more protected.
Yeah, exactly. You have that extra time to react, and the price action, tends to be like more. There is more liquidity, of course, because you have all trading hours, and obviously you could have to stop like jumped, but not in the same way. I believe. So in this case, personally, I won't be trading it as usual because this type of stocks is very volatile, and you have to be, in a very good situation. You have to be prepared to act very fast and also to have all the information, and of course you need that tool, that broker, that extra extended hour market situation that could allow you to trade this in a very good way. But in this case, very interesting to see which scenario will happen, because as Alvaro mentioned, this will explode in either direction. It has to happen because a lot of interest is right here, and when you see this type of patterns breaking out, you tend to see a lot of volatility even more. But obviously, we have candles of 5 minutes of 10%, 15%. So be careful, guys, and remember to subscribe.
Thank you guys. Remember, there are a lot of traders right here buying the stock around these areas. And look at that. We are in a very delicate situation and anything can happen right now. So risk management, take care and see you in the next video. We have video information right here for you.
We hope you enjoy it. Remember to listen to it, and then you can go and trade whatever you want. But be careful. Thank you very much. We love you.